Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw, editorial director at TigerFitness.com and Muscle and Brawn Nutrition CEO. A little worse for wear, a long weekend, had a very successful powerlifting meet. I'm going to talk about that in this video. Before I get into that topic, guys, I encourage you to please check out my Q&A link below. Post your questions in that Q&A link. I answer every question posted. The best questions I turn into videos just like this. So it had been 30 months since I competed in my last powerlifting meet. Last time I attempted to compete, I was 346 pounds. Diabetes caught up to me, and fatty liver disease prevented any of the minerals really from getting into my liver. I was cramping from head to toe for a week straight before that last meet, and I missed my first 2 squat attempts and had to bomb out of that meet. That was an awakening for me. After that point, I lost 100 pounds. And until this weekend's meet, I had not competed. I wasn't even sure if I had the passion left to compete in powerlifting. This weekend, I'm going to be honest, headed into the meet, I was a little bit blah. I wasn't fired up. I didn't think I was going to do well. I struggled the last 6 weeks with injuries. I had a brachialis strain like 4 weeks ago. I couldn't stay healthy on squats. I kept straining my adductors. I struggled for 6 weeks with a lower back strain. I just had injuries. I felt old. I didn't think I was going to do well. So I wasn't motivated heading into this meet. But here's the thing. I had the best meet of my life. I hit 8 of 9 lifts. I would have hit 9 of 9, but I had a hamstring cramp on my bench press, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. An emotional day, just an incredible, incredible performance. And let me talk about my lifts. I'm going to talk about squats first. Now, squats, when I was heavy, I was able to squat 602.5 as a super heavyweight. Headed into this meet, again, I had been struggling for 4 straight weeks. Every time I squatted, I walked away with adductor strains, etc., or mid-back strains. Last week, I couldn't do more than 415. I tried doing safety bar squats and my mid-back was torqued, and I had to shut it down after a rep. So I really hadn't squatted heavy in like 3 weeks. The last time I squatted, I worked up to like 465 and I got an adductor strain and I had to shut it down. So I thought I would open with 475. My main concern going into squats was that I was going to stay healthy. I was pretty confident that something would happen at 475 and that it would probably be my last squat, that I would strain an adductor, I would strain my mid-back, and the meet would be screwed and blah, blah, blah. But I warmed up, hit it with ease, depth was great, no problem. So I decided, all right, I've hit 525 in the gym, so I was going to go for 530. If I was going to pick up a strain, I was pretty confident something would go wrong. I was just going to go for it. So I got up on the platform and I hit 530, and it was difficult. It was very difficult, but again, I was feeling healthy. So going into my third squat, which you're about to see the videos for all 3 attempts, I just decided to light it up at 562 and a half. Great squat. Good form. I nailed it. And even though it wasn't my all-time best, it was the first time in my life that I hit a squat at 2 times my body weight. So here are the videos.
Platform's ready.
Come on, Steve. Come on.
All right, guys, let's talk about the bench press. So I just come off hitting a successful squat, an all-time PR, meaning the only time I've ever squatted more than 2 times my body weight. So headed into bench, I thought I would do pretty well. I thought I would do decent, even though I've been picking up some brachialis strains. I had some lingering strains. So I warmed up with just a slingshot only. I didn't do any raw reps warming up. And opened up with 350, easy. Felt great, the weight felt light, no problem at all. So I jumped up to 364.5 and nailed that easy on my second attempt. So after my second attempt, I nailed my first 5 lifts in the meet. I wanted to go for an all-time PR of 385.5. That would be an all-time PR at any weight on the platform. So I got up to the platform, as you're about to see in the video. I nailed it. Easy, not a problem, but I got red lighted because midway up, I got a hamstring cramp in my left knee. My left knee kicked out, and then my right knee, or my left foot kicked out because of that cramp, and my right foot did as well. The hamstring cramp, here's the thing. I was drinking plenty of water. It was a pretty cool meet environment. It wasn't extremely warm. I wasn't sweating enough, but I wasn't getting in enough electrolytes. So I'm pretty sure the reason why I cramped was that I was taking in a lot of water, but no salt or potassium or etc. So here are the benches. Again, 2 out of 3. I did nail the third one. I just missed it because of the cramp.
Lift is good. All right, come on, Steve.
Let's go, Steve. Start.
All right, guys, now it's time for deadlift. That's my favorite exercise, and I really didn't know what to expect going into the deadlift. I was having a great meet, and I was just super focused. I was in the zone. I was going to do what I could to tear it up. I opened with 600 pounds, easy, but here's the thing. When I got up onto the platform, I found out it wasn't a Texas deadlift bar. There was no give on the bar. This is the first meet I've ever competed at without a deadlift bar, and that was extremely mentally challenging. That kind of put me in a different place. Like, maybe I'm not going to be able to hit my goals today. I haven't pulled without a Texas deadlift bar in maybe 5 years. So for my second attempt, I decided to put on about 630 pounds. And I went up. I was super focused. My energy levels were high. My body was feeling great. No lingering effects from that hamstring cramp on the bench. And I ripped it. It was difficult, but I got it. So after that second deadlift, I decided just to go for it, go for 300 kilograms or 661 pounds on my third attempt with, again, remember, this is not using a Texas deadlift bar. It was emotional. I crushed it. It was the second best deadlift of the day at the meet. Not bad for a 48-year-old man. I just absolutely destroyed it. So watch this.
Steve Shaw.
Come on, woman, break.
Is ready. Come on, Steve.
What you do, boy? Let's go, Steve.
All right, guys, so that's the meet wrap up. 8 for 9, 1584 pound total. Not my all-time best total, but again, the first time I've ever done a two times body weight squat. I did hit a PR even though it was red lighted on an all-time PR on bench. And on deadlifts, I hit 661 with a Texas deadlift bar. Without a Texas deadlift bar. That's an all-time PR for me, an all-time non-deadlift bar PR. I'm pretty sure with the Texas deadlift bar that day that I could have set an all-time PR. So I'm super motivated right now. I'm going to make a video tomorrow telling you about my next meet because I'm going to do it again. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.